This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto on the Digital Sports Center presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. And we get an all-Canadian matchup tonight as the Canadians are taking on the Canucks. With both of these teams outside of the playoffs heading into the trade deadline, many expected Montreal and Vancouver to sell off some of their assets. That didn't really happen, suggesting that both these teams might be looking to make a late playoff push. With that in mind, how likely is either team able to pull that off? Looking first at the Habs, they're currently 4 points back at the final wildcard spot in the East, with just 19 games remaining. But FanDuel's got them as a bit of a long shot. And while those odds don't look great, there are a few reasons to be optimistic. For one, they've been one of the hottest teams in the NHL since the Four Nations break, winning 5 of their last 7. And in that time span, they've seen their goaltending come alive, which had previously been one of the weak aspects on their team. So if that play in net continues, then they've got a great chance to keep up their winning ways and maybe catch that final wildcard spot. The other thing going in their favor is strength of schedule, which is in the lower half of the pack at 18th. But importantly, it's much lower than the other teams fighting for the final wildcard spot. And in a playoff race as tight as this one, the margins are that thin. On the other side of the matchup, we've got the Canucks, who are just a single point back of the final Western wildcard spot. And with their position in the standings, FanDuel has their playoff odds a lot higher. But they aren't a lock by any means, especially with how poor they've been playing lately. They've won just 3 of their last 8 games, and in those games have barely scored over 2 a game. There's still time to turn things around offensively, but they'll need to do it soon if they want to make a late season playoff push. Those of you in the Habs region can watch tonight's game on TSN. Coverage begins at 10 Eastern, 11 Atlantic. Time now for the big play replay presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. And let's go to Utah, because Mitch Marner was absolutely nasty in the shootout.
If Marner scores, the Leafs win. If not, we roll on. Mitch Marner is in. Marner! He scores and the Leafs win. Mitch Marner ends it. Utah gets a point. And this pretty silky from Mitch Marner.
And that was to all his haters. Please, you wanted to trade this guy? No. Mitchie's ours. Time now for our favorite segment on yours, that we love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
And we've all been here before, at the gas station searching for that elusive perfect pump. Well, the Sacramento Kings have turned that experience into in-arena entertainment.
All right, we're going to go with Tom. Tom, good luck, dude. Attempt the perfect pump. So close. He just got a perfect pump, baby!
Oh my God, Tom. Now that's a man. From the gas station to the recliner. And yeah, this is still a sports show, even though that last sentence did not sound like it. There's no seatbelt. It's a recliner. What is this whole segment about dads? It's Tuesdays. You know what that means. Time for a little anytime goal scorer action on FanDuel. And do we break now? I don't know. I feel like we're getting a little too hot. Because you know we like to toot our own horn. Because no one else will. Okay? I see you, broadcast. I see you. But we're gonna. Okay? We're gonna. Because last week we gave you another one. That is at least 2 months straight. I've been saying this, but that's 2 months straight of just wins. Or whatever, 5 and 6 weeks. You get the gist, okay? We're making you money. All of these are plus money. I get it. I can't brag too much because that's not how the gambling gods work, okay? You can't brag too much because then they smite you. But today we're going for some big value, and that's Thomas Hertl to score at plus 180. He's been on fire lately with a hat trick in his last game. He's got 7 goals and 4 assists in his last 8. And he's also going against a Pens team that cannot keep pucks out of their net. They allow 3.59 goals per game, which is second worst in the NHL, with only the Sharks below them. Well, that number gets worse if we focus on the last 10 games, where the Pens are getting lit up for 4.4 goals a game. That is bottom of the NHL by far. So we're hammering Hertl to score at plus 180, and if you really want to get crazy, just bet 2 goals at 14-1. And just so you know, I've not been placing these bets because, as I said at the beginning of these, my stink was on them, so this is the reason why you've been winning. You can thank me and then thank me again. That's it for me today. We'll see you right back in tomorrow at 3 Eastern. Have a good one.